Ta-da! Yet another snub white Indian snuff that's named after cocaine. Hooray! Neat. David Anderson, you're a marketing genio. Idiot. White snow from Snuv, an Indian white snuff that is ostensibly scented with peppermint. It is compared to Gletscherprise on crack. Or maybe not. But just, it's Gletscherprise, but a white Indian snuff. That's the scent profile, supposedly. I'm not smelling it at all in the tin. In fact, I'm smelling eucalyptus as much as anything else in here. No, I take that back. Yeah, no, it's eucalyptus. This smells nothing like Gletscherprise. Sorry, guys. At least not in the tin. Grind is predictably quite fine. Moisture level is medium. With care, this will not be a difficult sniff. So let's do this. Yep. I can hardly wait till Snuv comes out with their heroin bangers line. That's going to be really great. Or their fentanyl line. That'd be nice. Let's go sniff some Snuv fentanyl. Perfect. Idiots. No. But there's the peppermint. More peppermint than eucalyptus in the nose. Oof. Definitely a cooling sensation. But peppermint? Well, maybe it's the base tobacco. But this doesn't smell like Gletscherprise at all. I mean, it's mildly minty. There's some eucalyptus there. I don't remember any eucalyptus in Gletscherprise. Do you? The peppermint scenting is there. And there's menthol too. Yeah, why not just use the whole peppermint plant? We'll use the leaves and the flowers. That way we'll get both the menthol and the peppermint. They come from the same plant, if you did not know that. It's okay. Would I buy this again? No, of course not. Nicotine, again, we're at blowtorch levels here. If you are nicotine naive, if you have a low tolerance, you might want to wait until you can fit into your big person pants. And it's not intended to be insulting. It's just, this is really high nicotine, guys. Have a glass of water handy. On the scale, and it is granted, it is a subjective scale. It's a subjective scale because I don't know how to use laboratory methods to test the actual nicotine per gram of a snuff. But on my subjective scale, 1 would be no nicotine that you can even feel at all. There's just nothing there. It may not even have nicotine. You know, the grape sugar sniffing powders would be right around a 1, and some of the very, very low nicotine snuffs. And then you get to 10 where the room is spinning and you're having heart palpitations. This is an easy 7 to 8, 7.5 to 8.5. It is strong, even for somebody with my high nicotine tolerance. This would have to be my last sniff of the day. I imagine actually this wouldn't be a bad good night sniff. You could open up your nostrils a little bit with the menthol, the eucalyptus, the peppermint. You know, absorb some good solid nicotine to take you through the night, blow your nose out, go to bed. It might be good for that. These snuffs all behave pretty badly. The Rustica-based snuffs do not like cold air particularly. They smell better with warmer air coming into your nostrils, I think. Often cold air is a real benefit to appreciating snuffs, but in the case of these Indian whites, I don't think that's the case. And I don't know if it's because there are fewer essential oils in the tobacco itself or what the deal is, but they're not necessarily good for cold weather. Other than that, again, you will open up your nostrils plenty quick, especially with this one. It's called Snow. It is from Snuv. It is an Indian white snuff that uses a street name for cocaine as its brand name. Nicely done. Yep. So what are you doing? Well, I'm doing some of the Snuv Suboxone. Oh, okay, cool. Don't get it. Don't like it. Don't approve. I've got enough problems avoiding drug culture. I don't need to be reminded of it every time I sniff. And I don't need people making jokes about me sniffing cocaine and shit. When on the rare occasions that I go out to a bar, I always bring snuff with me because you can't smoke, you can't vape in bars. It's freaking cold outside. So I do not want to go outside and stand out there for a half an hour to smoke a pipe. I mean, even smoking a cigarette under those conditions is painful and just horrible. So take the nasal snuff into the bar, and it is different. It starts conversations. And the bartender says, "What are you sniffing?" It's called snow. Yeah, there's the door. We're calling the cops. I don't know. Whatever. Maybe I overthink shit, you think? Yeah, it's the 3 out of 5, guys. On the Squinty Scale, where 1 is disgusting and 5 is delicious. 2 out of 5, 3 out of 5, somewhere in there. Would I buy it again? Nope. Probably not. Sometimes I'm a nicotine craving fool, and that's the only reason I go to a snuff. But that's pretty rare. I generally prefer good aromas over good nicotine if I had to choose between the two. And the nicotine is, yeah, it's a selling point, and yeah, it does jolt you, and yeah, if you're young and foolish and want to show how badass you are, try it. By all means, you got a young, strong heart. Why don't you rack out some lines of this and sniff it like Coke? Just do up a rail of the Snuv Indian White Snuff. Impress your friends. Not my thing. 3 out of 5. Strong Nick. It's okay. Not an all day, every day. Might be good for a cold. In fact, it might be excellent if you have a cold or allergies. But for me, for today,